In this video, we're going to discuss how to cook this lobster the most possible humane way and to cook the perfect accompaniment dish of butter to go along with it. The first thing you're going to want to know how to do is to hold the lobster, because you obviously don't want to get bitten by the claws on this bad boy. As you can see, they have rubber bands around the claws right now. So the perfect way to hold the lobster so that it can't bite you is to hold it by the back, just like that. And the first thing we're going to do is to remove these rubber bands, because the rubber bands will make the water and the lobster henceforth taste like rubber bands, and we don't want that. So there you go, there's one snapping lobster ready to go. The next thing we're going to want to do is to prepare the water to boil the lobster in. And again, like I said, the most humane way to do this is to bring this to the most rapid boil possible before putting the lobster into it. And as you can see here, you don't really need a lot of water. I just barely have enough to cover the lobster, because what will happen is when it boils, the steam and the bubbles from the water will come up and cook the lobster further. So I'm going to go ahead and boil this water as rapidly as I possibly can and check back in. Okay, so now that we have our water brought up to a very rapid boil, it's been there for a little bit now, I'm going to go ahead and put the lobster in the most humane way, and that would be head first to minimize the time that the lobster experiences pain. So here we go. And unfortunately, there might be a little kick action going on here. But what I'll do now is I'll step back and I'll record this on boiling the whole time and speed it up so you can see how it cooks. Our lobster is done now, and as you can see here, the color you're looking for is it to be red all over, and this is the perfect temperature right here with the bubbles boiling along the side of it, and you'll oftentimes see the kind of cream-like bubbles around the side. So there you go, the lobster's ready to roll now, and next we'll move on to how to prepare the perfect butter. All right, so the next thing we'll do is grab a small saucepan and go ahead and add the butter, and I'll turn it up to medium heat, and I'll turn it down lower as it goes on. But what we're looking for is for the butter to slightly bubble over and have just a slight cream on top. So I'm going to go ahead and let this cook for a while, and then I'll check back in when it's closer to being done. All right, the butter's coming along nicely now, and you might be hearing the rain and thunderstorm we're having in the background. Adds a very nice ambiance to the situation. But this is kind of what you're looking for, bringing the butter to a low boil here. And as you can see, the cream is starting to rise. We're almost ready, and I'll check in with the final result. All right, our butter is done perfectly now. As you can see, it's got that nice creamy layer on top. It's just gonna taste beautiful with the lobster. And also, if you're a garlic lover, every now and then I'll do this. I'll take several actually cloves of garlic, or pieces of garlic. I guess I'm not sure if that's a clove, but I think it is. But you take several pieces of garlic and you dice them up finely and throw them in the bottom of the pan. And the end result will be some nice, beautifully browned garlic at the bottom that you can dip your lobster in as well. It's delicious. All right, Final step I like to do is to put the butter in a ramekin with a little candle underneath that keeps it nice and warm. And you won't have cold butter to eat your lobster with.